First responders, police officers, military veterans, they all need ways to deal with the stress and trauma that they may face every day. And our next guest has been in law enforcement for 27 years, and she's been incorporating actual bullets and bullet casings into fine jewelry. That's right. Paulena Gidda is the owner of Bullets and Beads, and it's based in Surrey, and she's here now to show us some of her work. Paulena, hi, welcome.
Hi, Gloria, how are you?
I'm doing well. Wow, what a concept. So how did this all begin?
It started as a therapeutic necessity for me. I hit rock bottom with my PTSD probably almost 7 years ago, and this is what came out of it.
And why bullet casings?
Being a police officer for 27 years, having a husband who is ex-military turned law enforcement, I have a long lineage of police, fire, military, just first responders in family. This is really all I know.
I see. So how has this helped you with your own PTSD?
This really, I guess I can honestly say, saved my life. It was something that gave me purpose to focus. You know, when you're at your darkest, you can have support systems, but having that one thing that you can focus on and just clear your head with, this was it. This was it for me.
Right. Well, can you just give us a little bit of window into that world and what kinds of pressures people who are on the front lines are under?
It doesn't matter, you know, whether you're ambulance, fire, police, military, you can't unsee what you've seen. And sometimes closing your eyes at night is the worst thing for you. So you're up all hours of the night, you're not sleeping, you're not taking care of your mental health, you're really not eating, and that exercise component isn't there. So you're looking for everything and anything that you can do to clear your head, stay alive, and just be able to get through the day. And for me, this was getting through the nights, because the nights were the worst for me.
No, it's an amazing story. Mm-hmm. It really is. So how did all of this jewelry making come about? I mean, was this something you were already interested in, or how did you hone your skills?
I had never made jewelry at all. It was something that, because I was fiddling and the bullet casings were readily available, I just started stringing. And the bracelets were actually the first thing that I had made. And as I kind of developed and had these crazy ideas in my head as to what it is that I wanted to wear, but had no idea how to put them together, it really was YouTube, and then it was other veterans. And the older veterans were wonderful to deal with, because when you're at the Elks and you're at, you know, the Legion, talking to these older veterans, they're a wealth of information, and really they got all the time in the world because they're retired. So talking to them and looking at them and saying, hey, like, this brass needs to go to this piece, but I don't know how to fix it.
Right. They've got it.
They've got it covered.
Where do you get your materials from?
They are all previously fired, and they're fired by police, military, veterans, and that's where they come from.
No, I don't want to tip anything over, but let's start over there. You've got cufflinks?
Absolutely, yeah, we've got cufflinks. So they are all previously fired. You'll get the rims. The casings come to us, if you're not familiar, in that form.
Okay.
So what we'll do is grind down the back end, which is the rim, where you see the trademark, so where it says Winchester, Federal, whoever has made the casing.
Yes.
And we embed them with Swarovski crystals, or we leave them blank, and then we got the larger ones, which are the shotguns.
That is just something else. Okay, so we've got the cufflinks. You've got some gorgeous rings here as well.
We do.
Okay, let's do a close-up on the ring. That's beautiful. Look at that filigree. It's just gorgeous. So, again, story?
You know what, it was one of those things where we started getting asked for, you know, other products, and rings were one of those things. But it was one of those things where hassling with a size 6 and a 7 and an 8 and a 9 was, you know, it was just so time-consuming sometimes. So the filigree was perfect because it is adjustable.
Yes,
but
ideal.
But it stays true to having that rim.
Okay, now what about this one? This one's quite intriguing for me, this pointy one right in front here.
The pointy one there is because we deal with as much of the product as we can and what gets, you know, what we have. We have a full 7mm copper bullet, hand-cut filigree wrapped around it, and then strung onto a 7mm chain. This is actually my very first necklace, and it's called Angel Tears, and partial proceeds of that go to fallen members.
Okay, let's talk about that. Proceeds going to help people like this. We're in the same situation that you were in when you started this all off.
Absolutely. When I first started, because I was at my lowest and I was dealing with my PTSD and trying to climb out of it, partial proceeds of all of my sales, I donate back to other organizations that help other veterans, first responders, military, whomever that is dealing, that
Lovely.
are dealing.
What kind of reaction do you get?
You know what? Our reaction's been fantastic. Yeah, I was a little uncertain when we first started, but we've been open arms by the community.
Open Arms for Bullets and Beads by Paulena. Thank you so much, and congratulations. You've created some really beautiful pieces here.
Thank you.